you're joining a brand new edition of Primetime News on MTV Sports. I'm Punshani Abhirisingha.
A very good evening. I'm Shane Silva.
Let's start off with a look at your headlines.
Preparations to prohibit the holding of seminars and workshops in the week preceding major examinations. In the meantime, Minister Basil Rajapaksa says Divi Neguma bill will not affect some of the savings. While in the meantime, the UN Secretary General meets with the Presidential Envoy on Human Rights and 600,000 phone calls to be investigated in ongoing investigations into the assault on the JSC Secretary.
The Minister of Education says that the holding of seminars, workshops and discussions on question papers of major examinations will be prohibited the week before each major examination. The Minister made this statement at a media briefing held at the Ministry of Education today.
We hope to prohibit through law the holding of seminars and workshops discussing question papers in the week before major examinations. As the Education Minister, I have the power to issue gazette notifications on certain matters. We hope to introduce this regulation for the three major examinations, which are the Grade 5 Scholarship Examination and the GCE Ordinary Level and Advanced Level Examinations.
වලට ප්‍රසිද්ධ විභාග තුනයි මේ හා සම්බන්ධිතව පාසල් අධ්‍යාපනය සම්බන්ධිතව පස්වෙනි ශ්‍රේණියේ ශිෂ්‍යත්ව විභාගය අපොස සාමාන්‍ය පෙළ විභාගය අපොස උසස් පෙළ විභාගය.
This media briefing, which was presided by the Education Minister, was held to present an analysis of the recent Grade 5 Scholarship Examination to the media. It was revealed at this media briefing that the best pass rate at this year's Grade 5 Scholarship Examination was reported from the Northwestern Province. The next highest pass rates have been reported from the Western, Southern, Uva, Eastern, Sabaragamuwa, North Central and Central provinces respectively. The Minister of Education further stated that steps would be taken to protect the Department of Examinations. We have sought advice from the Attorney General on action that can be taken against political agendas that seek to incite people to engage in demonstrations, cause public unrest and cause people to lose faith in the examination system. We hope to go to courts to seek justice.
විශ්වාසයේ පළුදු කරන දේ පිළිබඳව ඒට එරෙහිව ගත හැකි ක්‍රියාමාර්ග පිළිබඳ යුක්තියේ සාධාරණත්වය ඉෂ්ට කර ගැනීම සඳහා අධිකරණයට යන්න අපි බලාපොරොත්තු වෙනවා.
The final session of the inaugural State Leaders Summit of the Asian Cooperation Dialogue was held this afternoon.
President Mahinda Rajapaksa participated in the final session as well. Meanwhile, President Rajapaksa held discussions with the Prime Ministers of Thailand and Pakistan last evening. During the discussions with the Thai Prime Minister, attention had been focused on developing trade between the two countries. Introducing a bilateral strategy to develop the investment and tourism sectors between the two countries and transfer of knowledge and technology used in Thailand's fisheries and industrial sectors had also come up for discussion. The President's media unit stated that during discussions held with the Prime Minister of Pakistan, attention had been focused on developing bilateral trade ties. Discussions had also focused on developing small and medium-scale industries and developing the cement and sugar industries.
UN Secretary General Ban Ki-moon has emphasized the need to find a speedy political solution to the underlying factors behind Sri Lanka's civil war.
The UN Media Centre reports that the Secretary General held a meeting with the Special Presidential Envoy on Human Rights, Minister Mahinda Samarasinha, at the UN headquarters in New York yesterday. The Secretary General had noted the Sri Lankan government's latest efforts on accountability and progress on resettlement issues.
Minister Basil Rajapaksa says that the Divi Neguma bill will not have any effect on the savings of some of the beneficiaries. The minister made this statement at a media briefing convened in Colombo today to clarify, or rather to make clarifications regarding the bill.
Under the Divi Neguma bill, the Upcountry Development Authority, the Southern Development Authority and the Samudra Authority will be merged into one institution. Minister Basil Rajapaksa clarified the effect the bill would have on the Samudra Fund and its beneficiaries.
අරමුදල් සහ බාර ඒ අරමුදල් සහ බාර පිහිටවනු ලැබුවේ
The department will guarantee that there will be no changes to the fund or trust, its goals and its beneficiaries. Therefore, there can be no change imposed upon the beneficiaries. So even if an application has been filed, they are qualified to make a request. At the same time, no one who receives the benefit can be deprived of it. We can guarantee this.
දෙපාර්තමේන්තුව විසින් පාලනය කරනු ලැබිය යුතුය. ඉතින් ඒක හන්ද මේකේ කිසිම විදියකින් අඩු ගන්න ප්‍රතිලාභින්ට වෙනසක් කරන්න බෑ.
Journalists question the minister on the secrecy clause that has been included in the bill.
අපි මේ සමෘද්ධියක් ඉල්ලන එක්කෙනාගේ අපි ගිහිල්ලා තොරතුරක් ගන්නවා එයා දෙන්න.
We ask for information from some of the applicants. They provide this information. He gives information saying he has no vehicle, no house, no toilet, no income. For example, what if someone goes and talks about this at home with his children listening, and then that child goes to school where the beneficiary's child also schools and reveals this information? That is why this clause has been included. Any department which obtains information from the public has a right to protect that information. Even private banks have this right.
තමයි මේ රාष्ट्रीय භාවය. මොකද අපි ජනතාවගේ ඕනම දෙපාර්තමේන්තුවක් ජනතාවගේ තොරතුරු ගන්නව නම්
UMP parliamentarian Karu Jayasuriya called on the Mahanayakas of the Malwatu and Askiri chapters today to discuss the rally that is to take place at Hyde Park in Colombo tomorrow.
Karu Jayasuriya called on the Mahanayaka of the Malwatu chapter, the most venerable Tibbatuave Sri Sumangala Thera, at the Malwatu temple this afternoon. Following the discussions with the Mahanayaka Thera, Jayasuriya spoke to the media.
විශේෂයෙන්ම විධායක ජනාධිපති පදවිය අවශ්‍ය කිරීම සඳහා වූ ඒ උත්සාහයට අපේ පූර්ණ කැපවීම අපි ලබා දෙනවා. මෙතෙන්දී අලුත් තත්ත්වයක් පෙන්වගෙන විශේෂයෙන්ම පක්ෂයේ විසින් එම රැස්වීමට සහභාගී වීම ප්‍රාණාන් කරලා ඒ සම්බන්ධයෙන් සහභාගී වන අපේ පක්ෂ සමාජිකත්වය අවශ්‍ය කරනවා කියලා නියෝගයක් ලැබිලා තියෙනවා. මටත් අවශ්‍ය වෙන්නේ ඒ පක්ෂය ශක්තිමත් කිරීම නිසා නැත්නම් පක්ෂයට හානියක් කිරීම නෙමෙයි. අපි ඔය කියවපු කියලා තියෙනවා. විධායක ජනාධිපති ක්‍රමය උත්තරපුත්‍රයේ ඡන්ද ක්‍රමය මනාප ඡන්ද ක්‍රමය ඒකට පළාත් සභා ඒවා හොඳ මදි කියන්නේ.
Throughout the day today, I will meet with the Mahanayaka Theras and leaders of other religions. I hope to meet with them and arrive at a decision regarding the decision I have taken. What I want here is to protect the party. At the same time, I want to protect the party faithful. I also want to establish a strong opposition in this country. I hope to arrive at a decision regarding the decision I have taken.
Former Army Commander Sarath Fonseca says that the opinion that the rally which is to be held at Hyde Park tomorrow will harm the UNP or the opposition cannot be accepted. He points out that the sole intention of this rally is to raise public awareness and save the country from the prevailing situation.
ඊයේ දිනය තුල එක්සත් ජාතික පක්ෂයේ මහලේකම්තුමා ප්‍රකාශයක් නිකුත් කරමින් 18 වෙනිදා හෙට දින හවස 3ට
The UNP General Secretary has issued a statement yesterday saying that the rally which is to be held at 3 p.m. tomorrow at Hyde Park, organized under the auspices of the United Bhikkhu Front, is being organized by me to divide the UNP and the opposition. That is an ignorant statement. The intention of this rally is very clear. Its intention is to abolish the executive presidency and save the country from the actions of this executive presidency. Therefore, we cannot accept the opinion that I am trying to harm the UNP or the opposition through this. At the same time, the statement that I am betraying the UNP, which supported me at the concluded presidential election, through this rally is also a meaningless and baseless statement.
General Secretary of the Democratic National Alliance, Parliamentarian Vijitha Herath, spoke about the rally that is to be held at Hyde Park tomorrow during a media briefing today.
ප්‍රජාතන්ත්‍රවාදී ජාතික සන්ධානය කියලා කියන්නේ තනි පක්ෂයක් නෙමෙයි.
The DNA is an alliance. The Democratic National Alliance is not a single party. It is a collective of several political parties and groups. Sarath Fonseca represents a different party and a different group. They can act independently. We have no responsibility or intervention in this. The Janatha Vimukti Peramuna is another party in this alliance. Our political program is based on the policies that are unique to us.
The President of the United National Bhikkhu Front, Venerable Hunuvila Sumanaratana Thera, says that the public seem to have a mistaken notion that the United Bhikkhu Front is a Bhikkhu organization affiliated to the United National Party. He points out that he has received information that a political rally is to be held at Hyde Park tomorrow using the name United Bhikkhu Front.
Issuing a release, the President of the Front notes that the only Bhikkhu Front affiliated to the United National Party is the United National Bhikkhu Front. The President of the United National Bhikkhu Front, Venerable Hunuvila Sumanaratana Thera, is of the view that this action has harmed the United National Party, which is committed to saving the country from the danger it is facing. The release points out that the General Secretary of the Bhikkhu Front affiliated to the United National Party is Venerable Tiniavala Palita Thera, while Venerable Hunuvila Sumanaratana Thera is the President. In his release, Venerable Hunuvila Sumanaratana Thera points out that it is the General Secretary and the President of the United National Bhikkhu Front who are officially vested with the power to issue statements on behalf of the Front.
Convening a media briefing in Colombo today, the Disabled Soldiers Association also expressed views regarding the rally that is to take place at Hyde Park tomorrow.
The movement to protect the UNP states that if any UNP members who participate in tomorrow's rally at Hyde Park are removed from the party, a people's struggle will be launched against it. General Secretary of the movement, Lal Pereira, made this statement at a media briefing today.
ලේබනු කූඩල්ලෙක් වගේ එල්ලිලා ඉන්න රනිල් වික්‍රමසිංහ තව දුරටත්
We can now clearly see whether Ranil Wickramasinghe, who is clinging on like a blood-sucking leech, is wearing Hitler's uniform and destroying the party. We can now clearly see that instead of fighting the government, Ranil Wickramasinghe and Tissa Atanaika are working to destroy the UNP and opposition forces. This rally is not being held to create a new political party or to fulfill someone's agenda.
තවත් කාගේවත් ඌමනාවන් සඳහා නෙමෙයි.
Parliamentarian Ravi Karnanayaka says that it is a matter of deep regret that the opposition parties are divided when the country is being forced to go through one of its darkest chapters. Issuing a release, he points out that internecine battles within the opposition should cease and unity should be built and strengthened. Parliamentarian Ravi Karnanayaka notes that this should be done with the sole objective of restoring democracy, where every citizen can live without fear, harassment or intimidation. Ravi Karnanayaka states that he appeals to all politicians in the opposition to be mindful of the fact that the threat to them, the people and the country comes from an authoritarian administration, and it is only by being united it will be possible to stand against it. In his release, Karnanayaka further notes that in a few weeks' time the UPFA government will present its next budget, and for most Sri Lankans this is an event they look forward to with anticipation, but the much sought after economic relief is often a distant dream. He pointed out that as each day passes, the prices of essential consumer goods keep skyrocketing. He says that the worst hit by this situation are the poorer sections of the people who constitute a vast majority of Sri Lanka's population, whose income has been reduced to a pittance.